our next lesson. Here come the boys. They were out in the big pasture. It's a partially cloudy day. And I have an extra helper today, Josh. He's learning from Tavis how to communicate with the boys to get them into their tacking and training area, which they are doing right now. Our objective today is to put the saddle with the weights on the saddle on Beta. Yesterday, we put the saddle on Alpha and he got an A+. The lesson was only about 17 minutes because we didn't need more time. He just did everything that he was supposed to do, and he did it correctly. So now we're going to see if Beta will do it correctly. Okay, here they come. I think they're resisting a little bit. Are they going to come in the back gate? Tavis is showing Josh how to get them to go where we would like them to go. I think they're confused right this moment. They're looking at Tavis and Josh behind shed 3. They're saying, okay, well, what are we supposed to do? We don't quite get it. Okay, Tavis has learned a lot about handling my alpaca boys. Okay, here comes one of them. The other one's watching, and he's saying, okay, I better follow. Okay, and there's Josh behind him. We've got the gates open. Okay, we've got the training area. You see how we're closing the panel behind them so they don't get confused and go back out in the big pasture. It used to be much, much harder to get them into this training area. Okay, they're saying, okay, what do you want? What do you want? And so Tavis is being big by putting his arms out. We've got the panel set up here. Okay, they're a little bit resistant, I think, because they're a little bit confused, and maybe because we have an extra helper today. Okay, now they're in the tack area. Okay, these panels are great. We can make them smaller or bigger. Okay, now Tavis is going to show Josh how he's going to saddle at first, how he's going to halter Beta. Beta was harder to teach haltering, but the last few times he's been very easy. Okay, so Tavis is touching him on the neck. Okay, and now he's gonna put the halter on his nose. Okay, all right, he said okay, but he had to spit once. That's the way he shows his concern. Okay, and now we've got our cloth saddle with those stirrups attached. We're going to use the saddle pad. Now, he's had this on him before, but you can see by his body language, he's saying, wait a minute, what's happening? Maybe he doesn't remember, but he's okay. And now we're going to take the cloth saddle with the extra stirrups on it. And Alpha's watching Josh. He's just not sure what this fellow's doing here, but if he comes and helps us, Alpha and Beta will know who Josh is, just like they know who Tavis is and who Sonia is. I'm the urban alpaca girl. Okay, now watch how good so far Beta is being. He's not worried. Now Tavis has to reach under and get the cinch. That was kind of hard to teach at first. And he's got the lead line on just to hold on to him in case Beta gets spooked. And the thing that we're going to do differently today than we did yesterday is we added some water bottles to that plastic carrying case of weights. It's got 2 logs in it. Now we're adding water bottles because we wanted it to be heavier today. And by the way, I did ask my daughter, who has a 4-year-old, how much he weighs. I would like to be able to give practice to these boys to carry a weight in the saddle that's at least that many pounds. Now, does my daughter's boy weigh more than 40 pounds? I don't know yet. Okay, and here comes the water bottles. Okay, we've got to keep it in the saddle. That's a little tricky because Beta will get worried if it falls off. Yesterday with Allpha, it was evenly distributed over the saddle and it didn't fall off. You see, Beta's concerned. I don't blame him. He's never had this on him before.
His legs are shaky. They don't bite, huh?
There's some more water bottles in case we need them.
Cheers.
But I'm feeling comfortable so far. Alpha's over here saying, okay, Mom, what is he doing?
What do you think?
Okay, it's going to fall off. We've got to somehow keep it from falling off because that will definitely, I knew it, definitely scare him. Okay, we can get...
It's not drooping over.
Yeah, it's not, right, I gotcha.
We could take the bottles back out and put the logs so that it has something in there.
Okay, let's do with Beta what we did with Allpha yesterday. So take the bottles out and we'll figure out a way to either tie it onto the saddle or distribute it evenly. We just decided to get the extra weight. He had water bottles, he'd fill them with water. But you see what happened. I was worried that that was going to happen. Okay, now we've got just the 2 logs on, and we weighed the logs. We have a scale over there. It was 20 pounds. Now, how much does a 4-year-old weigh? Does anybody here have any idea?
4-year-old? 60, 80 maybe?
I'm hoping I'll find out soon. But, okay, we're just going to put the 2 logs evenly distributed with balance. I'm not sure. You see, if he spooks, it might fall off, even though it's a log on each side of the saddle.
You want it to fall off and not just be...
Well, yeah, but that will spook him when it does.
Yeah, he's got to get used to it.
Okay, let's see what happens. We'll take it one step at a time. And you see how Tavis is putting his hand. Okay, Josh, you're going to have to move because that's the way they come out. Open the panel outwards. And you see how he's holding it on. Now, Beta definitely knows he's going for a walk.
31 to 41 pounds.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Then that's what we're aiming for.
This is like...
Now watch. And Allpha, of course, is going to follow. Uh-oh. Spook fell off. Okay. All right. If we can, what do you think about tying it on?
No, because then it'd be attached to him and dragging it.
Yeah, and then he would maybe continue to freak out. At least he stopped freaking out when it fell.
Right.
Maybe Josh could walk next to him and keep his hand on the weights in the saddle. You see, we didn't have this trouble with Allpha yesterday.
Yeah, it's probably me.
But I expected this might happen. We'll get past it. See, putting a hand on the neck usually calms them down, and they feel like they're caught. We had that on Alpha's back, and we went into the big pasture. He was just perfect.
Is he strong? He's pretty strong.
He's just not sure. He's resisting, and I don't blame him because he doesn't have focus and confidence. And he needs that in order to work with us, and we'll give it to him. It will take time. If he would just walk the way Allpha did yesterday, and my show is already up on YouTube, anybody can watch it, he'll be fine. But you see, he is concerned. And if anybody can give him focus and confidence, it's Tavis, because they know Tavis the best. Look how his ears are back. You see, his ears are saying, wait a minute, I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's see if we can walk now. Maybe we can't go in the big pasture. Maybe we can at least go through this training area. The way Allpha was walking yesterday with that 20-pound weight in the saddle gave me much hope that soon we'll be able to take a neighborhood child on a saddle ride on my alpacas. Okay, see how he's concerned? He's stopping, he's not walking. There, he's getting better. And now me, the camera lady, carefully follows. If you watch my hundreds of shows on YouTube called the Urban Cowgirl Show, you'll see how I did this for decades with horses, Morgan horses and mini cows. Never once did I not reach my objective eventually by taking small steps, trying to be very careful to use the right tack. Oh, he's doing much better. Much better. Yesterday we actually went through here to the big pasture and then we went to the back pasture. Today, that's a good choice. Stay in the back pasture. See if we can get Beta to accept the weights on the saddle that's cinched to him on his back. I actually have a lot of this kind of chain, which maybe we can use to help connect the weights with the water bottles, which will double the present weight of that carrying case to 40 pounds. You remember this is our back pasture. You remember we have a gate out to the 20 lineal miles of trails in the ranchos where no motor vehicles are allowed. We'll be taking the boys out into those trails when we're ready. And Josh being here is something new for the boys, so they're going to be aware, watching. Much better. He's not, oh, and I think a stirrup is pounding a little bit on the side of his body, so he's kicking out with his right back leg. He's just not sure about all these feelings at this moment, and I don't blame him. We'll do it over and over and over again with repetition. We'll make sure that He's not concerned now, but what happens when we're out on the ranchos trails and a dog comes running up to the fence in one of the backyards of my neighbors? I don't know yet, but I will not be putting anybody in that saddle until I'm confident that there won't be a concern. You remember, I bred, raised, and trained 5 Morgan horses and trained them for ranch for horse versatility with 3 mini zebu cattle that I bred, raised, and trained. And we did ranch versatility, we did cart driving.
Are they colorblind?
We did trails. And I'm not sure, Josh is asking me a question, I have to come closer.
Do they see colors?
Come closer.
Do they see colors? Like we do?
You know, the horses do not. I don't know whether alpacas do.
Because he keeps on looking at my shoes.
Okay, yeah, I'll look that up with Google or ChatGPT. I know horses are colorblind, but are alpacas able to see green grass versus yellow grass? Okay, let's not do that now, Josh, because what I want you to do is watch every single moment. You see how Beta is ducking his head. He's trying to.
He doesn't like the.
He's okay on the halter. He's just concerned. He's not focused. No, it's not the halter. Beta is halter trained.
Okay.
I put carrots in this feeder a couple hours ago. All gone. They love carrots. That's why I'm farming carrots on my properties, as well as teff hay. Teff hay is a wonderful low sugar green grass hay, and I'm going to be farming it, baling it, and selling it in my feed store that's permitted in Nevada County at my nearby commercial residential property. Okay, now we're going to untack. This will probably be a short lesson too. I'm okay as long as we're not in a rush. We just do it as long as we need to do it in order to teach the behaviors that we're trying to teach and evaluate our progress. Okay, Tavis, can you speak loud and let's tell the viewers what your perception was of Beta's attitude out there in the back pasture. So speak loud.
Yeah, it's still new to him, but I think he's getting better.
Getting better. Yeah. But you made the choice, which was your choice, not to go into the big pasture. Did you feel it would be premature?
Yeah. Until he's comfortable without me having my hand on here.
Yeah, okay. He wants to make sure that Beta is comfortable with this saddle and weights on it, and that we don't have to have a hand in the saddle to keep it there and to keep him comfortable. Yeah, just walk around a little bit here in this tack area. He's not sure what he's supposed to be doing. Okay, good. Okay, it might drop off again. Okay. All right, we're gonna get better with each lesson. We'll show you, and I'm hoping that Josh will help us. And eventually, both boys will be saddled, and both boys will be pulling carts on the ranchos trails with the community involved, and we'll try to get some donations for the sake of the sanctuary animals in my nonprofit sanctuaries in Nevada County. It's called Shadrach Farms Sanctuary. have all of our tack here. I have an English saddle. We're trying to get it ready so that we have 2 saddles that are lightweight and can be cinched to the boys so that they can go together. I mentioned this yesterday, but I've had 2 people tell me alpacas cannot be ridden, and I respectfully disagree. If you go on YouTube, you'll see other people have trained their alpacas to give rides, but it's recommended that because of their size, we not put more than 100 pounds on their back. Now they're still trying to figure out who is Josh. Josh is a new member of the team. We hope he'll learn how to work with the boys and keep them comfortable. And Josh, there's a black plastic bag hanging on that railroad tie just beyond the vegetable box, and it has carrots in it. Got it? They will like that. I bring out about 20 carrots every morning, and I distribute them in all of the feeders and the bowls where we have alpaca pellets as well. By the end of the day, during nighty nights, we bring out 20 more. But carrots are a wonderful food, and that's why I've already started planting them. There's some green spots over there where we have carrots growing. I have applied for a high tunnel from NRCS, and I have been tentatively approved to get one at no expense in March of 2026. And I'm going to be putting a high tunnel there so that no matter what the weather is, we'll be able to control the climate for growing the carrots. And every night I try to watch another YouTube show about how to deal with clay soil when you're trying to grow plants and vegetables like carrots. So you'll be following along with me because I'll give you my progress, and I'll be showing you what the boys. Now Beta is looking at Josh. He's trying to understand. You see, he doesn't understand, and Tavis has never done that. But that's okay, they'll learn. Yesterday I almost fell asleep before dark, and I did have somebody who was committed to coming to do the nighttime chores, but he also had accidentally fallen asleep. So luckily I came out here just before dark, and the boys were okay, and I give them carrots, and I close that gate to the big pasture because I don't have surveillance out there and lights out there, and I'm really worried about neighborhood dogs and wildlife hurting my alpacas. So I keep them here in the back, and I have cameras and lights everywhere, and every waking hour I watch them. And if I can't see them both, I'll come out here day or night, rain or shine, to find them and make sure they're okay. Alpha will often take a carrot right out of your hand, Josh, but Beta will not yet. He just doesn't trust enough. And we're working on that. That's why he's called Beta. He's second in the learning process. He doesn't learn as fast as Alpha does. Okay, any other comments? And can you suggest what we're going to do with the water bottles on Alpha's back next time so that they can't fall off?
I need a bigger bag.
A bigger bag?
Bigger bag so it'll hug their sides.
Oh, so it hangs more on the sides. And of course they might be worried about it flapping on the side, so we'll have to deal with that. Okay, I'll try to figure out how we can get a bigger bag. Thank you, Tavis. You are, without a doubt, the lead trainer here at Shadrach Farms Sanctuary for large farm animals, and definitely alpacas are considered large farm animals even though they're smaller than a horse or a llama. That's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Alpaca Girl.